I am Hermes, messenger of the gods. The Matrix virus is a viral parasitic consciousness that has been spread and incorporated into the masses. Its goal has been to change a human being's internal state into one that accepts and reflects the dominance-submission polarity, which translates into the inability to grasp a true sense of harmony and thus liberation. This virus is apparent to those of us who have halted our interaction with it and taken conscious notice of its true effects and motivation. Why do I say virus? Well, let's look at the viruses which attack our bodies. A virus cannot reproduce by itself. It needs to parasite off of a cell in order to make copies. A virus is not really alive. It's more like a program. Your cells need to be tricked into assimilating its information. What happens is a virus injects a cell sequence for your cell's DNA to express. Your enzymes then need to read that program in order to create what the virus tells them to create. A virus can only infect us when our cells decide to incorporate its information through confusion that it's its own sequences. And this happens when our immune systems are down and we are in a less than ideal state of health. This is a reflection of the very matrix virus which has infected this realm. We become susceptible to absorbing it through disharmonious archetypes, thought forms, and mannerisms when we are not fully integrated within our heart, mind, and spirit. Without this inherent level of well-being, we automatically submit ourselves to the matrix virus. Viruses can only affect us when we are in a vulnerable state. One person can get a virus, say warts, and express that once, but another person might keep expressing it over and over again. Why is this? It's because the one that only expresses it once has a body that figured out the artificiality of the virus's sequences. It's like the cells stand up and say, "Everybody in the body, you don't have to assimilate with this. We can choose not to code these sequences, and we're better off for it." And if the body refuses to work with that virus, well, the virus has no other options. It disintegrates. It's a program. It has no creativity or elasticity like the body. In summary, if your cells read a virus and refuse to follow its instructions, the virus is considered null and void. Transpose this to the situation in this realm. Most of the population have already forfeited their sovereignty and thus their ability to become fully integrated beings, because they have submitted to the, quote, sequences which the Matrix has inserted. Those who have confused these programs as real, unwavering, and a normal part of reality are like the bodies which consistently confuse a virus's genetic sequences as its own. But the living souls are becoming more and more observant. We're becoming lucid in this dream. We've pushed through the Matrix virus, and we all agree we choose stability and to maintain our awareness. We refuse to be assimilated. Those who are assimilated are what we could term non-player characters, organic portals, or soulless beings. They are beyond the point of returning to a true connection with spirit. We look at the TV, we look at the lives of our old friends, classmates, loved ones, and intuitively know there is something fundamentally skewed within their paradigms, and they can even seem artificial, robotic. In a way, that's true. We're existing side by side with beings who are resonating with completely different structures of thought and action, and these structures are now recognized for what they are. They are nothing more than programs meant to divert our energy. This is why we call it the energy extraction matrix. After all, a virus's only purpose is to confuse the body to assimilate its information. But we're not confused any longer. The main goal for this parasitic consciousness is to provoke engagement with humans via an argument, a problem, something which puts us in reaction mode. The entire process of this assimilation is akin to a binary schematic that feeds on the interaction of organic consciousness by using trial and error to come up with the best methods that provoke an emotional response. The Matrix virus aims to ridicule, turn people against one another, and propagates scarcity consciousness through establishing a system which, when one is fully submitted to, puts one in a constant state of unease, mistrust of others, reactivity, and overall disconnection. All of this suppresses and eventually shatters the ability to be a generator for harmonious intentions. However, if the parasite is forced to stand alone and sustain itself without these reactions, then this starves the parasite, and its behavior becomes more extravagant and outward, thus enabling detection. So what have we seen in the public eye? Increasing attempts to direct attention and thus energy towards different catastrophes, political problems, terrorist attacks, shootings, overall, orchestrated events which have no organic basis. The world is not going to shit. I know this seems backwards, but this is a wonderful sign that the Matrix virus is getting desperate. It's not gaining the energy it could achieve in the past. And in furthering its attempts to sustain itself, we've actually woken up because of how blatant, how obvious these attempts to redirect our energy are. We can all feel it. The parasite is dying off. The best thing to do right now is remain detached from current events and focus on developing further completion within yourself. I have many videos on how to do this, on reconciling the mind, the heart, the shadow. The virus's eventual degradation is set in stone. We are the living souls of Asgard. We know who we are. We are here to hold down the fort of Mother Earth, of Mother Shaishea. A virus is only as good as its ability to infect. And what is this virus in this reality looking for? Well, it's not looking for just any type of energy. It's looking for divine energy. It's looking for the nourishing breath of spirit, of heart. It's operating under a binary system, meaning it doesn't actually have creativity. It doesn't have the ability to pause and figure things out. It's more like a computational code which keeps trying to divert our attention, which keeps trying to feed off of our reactions. But how can we react if we're not paying attention to it? How can we react if we refuse to turn on the TV? If we refuse to give in to dualism and the bullshit polarities which have been fed to us? There's no way this virus can infect us once we realize what its manifestations are. And we know that we're here to heal ourselves and thus heal this external holographic projection, which is about to be stripped away just like a holographic overlay. There's no way this virus can infect us once we realize what it is, how it operates, how it can cloak itself as an organic situation, as an organic feeling. You guys want to know where the event is? Look right in front of me. Yep. The rainbow is here. The rainbow light has been pouring into this realm, increasing